As part of the arithmetic instructions, we studied addition instruction and also we studied subtraction instructions. And also I gave a couple of examples how to perform addition of 8-bit numbers and 16-bit numbers and also subtraction of 8-bit numbers and 16-bit numbers. Right now, for the lab, as part of the lab exercise, what we have is addition of 16-bit numbers and subtraction of 16-bit numbers. Now here we will study how to perform addition of 16-bit numbers, and after that we'll study the subtraction of 16-bit numbers. Right. The first we'll start with the addition of 16-bit the numbers. Right. The first, we know the logic. Right. We have one 16-bit number. We need to take one 16-bit number, and also we need to take one more 16-bit number, and these two 16-bit numbers needs to be added. The first lower byte number needs to be added, right? And whatever the carry is given to the next stage, right? At that time, what we use is add C instruction. For adding the lower nibble, you make sure that if the carry, you can use the add C instruction also for the lower nibble, but make sure that the carry bit is 0. If the carry is 0, you can directly use the add instruction, right? We'll start writing the program for 16-bit addition. Now the first what I need to do is I need to add the lower byte number, right? The 8 bits, the lower 8 bits what we have, I will add it. And those lower bytes, I will store it in the memory address 21H and 31H, right? These are the direct memory instructions what we have, move A, 21H. It will go to the memory location 21H, and whatever the content is there, that is copied into the accumulator. Similarly, this for move B, A, it will copy the contents which is there in the memory location 31H, right? Now I will add the lower 8-bit numbers A, B, right? Like here you can use add C instruction also, but since it is a lower nibble, there is no carry. If you want to use add C instruction, make sure that the carry bit is 0, right? Now here, the addition of this lower 8 bits number, right? The addition result will be stored in accumulator, and whatever if there is any carry because of this addition, the carry bit will be set to 1 here. And the addition of this lower byte number what I will store it in the memory location 42H now, right? Next, I will read the higher byte number. I have stored the higher byte number in 20H, and the other number, the one more 16-bit number, that higher byte is stored in 30H here. So that if you see the 16 bits, 116-bit number is stored in 20 and 21H. The other 16-bit number is stored in 30 and 31H here, right? At 31H has the lower byte number and 30 has the higher byte number. Similarly, for the other 16-bit number, the lower byte is in 31H and the higher byte is in 20H. Now I will add the higher byte number. Now I will use add C, like just to make sure that if there is a carry from the addition, if there is a carry because of the addition of the lower byte numbers, right? So that I will use add C A, D instruction. Right. Next, what I do, move 41H, A. The result, whatever the result we have, right, that is stored in accumulator, and that higher byte result what I have, I will move into the memory location 41H here, right? And because of this addition, if there is any carry which is generated, I also need to include that as part of the result here. Now what I do is I use clear instruction, clear accumulator. I'll make sure that the accumulator is 0. Next, I'll use a RLC instruction A. So that what is this? Rotate left with the carry. So that what will happen is the carry, the MSB bit will become the carry bit, and the carry bit will become the bit 0 of the accumulator. So that if there is any carry, that will be stored in accumulator, and I will move that content. I'll move that content, move 40H comma A, right? I'll put an end here, right? Now if you see this instruction, what I have done, move A comma 21. First I will add the lower byte number, the lower 8 bits number what we have, right? And the addition result will be stored in accumulator, and the lower byte result I will move into 42H, right? Next I have move A comma 20H, move B comma 30H. The higher 8 bits I'll read it. I will add these two numbers, and if there is any carry because of the addition of the lower byte number, that also will include here. And the resultant of that, the higher byte addition resultant, whatever we have it, that I will move into 41H memory location, right? And if there is any carry generated because of add C A comma B, to include that carry also as part of the result, what I do is I'll make the content as accumulator as 0. I'll use instruction RLC A. We know how this instruction works. The carry bit will become it will rotate left with carry here. The carry bit will become the bit 0, right? If there is any carry, the bit 0 will be set to 1. If the carry bit is 0, the bit 0 will be 0 after this instruction. And that any carry which is generated, if there is any carry, that carry will be stored in the memory location 40H here. If you want this instruction, this program to repeat, you can use this instruction SJMP here, right? SJMP. Now we again to go use this instruction. Yeah. Now what we have is, as I said here, the lower byte what we have, that the first 16-bit numbers what I have, it is stored in 20 and 21. 21 is having higher byte, and 21 is having the lower byte here. We'll use the same 16-bit numbers what we use for the addition. The example which I took it for addition, we will use the same. What was the higher byte we had? 42, right? And the lower byte is E1. This is one number we have it. And for the 30, right, the other 16-bit number, the higher byte is stored in 30H. What is the higher byte we had? 25. The lower byte is 5C here, right? So that what we have, we can see from here, the 20 is having 42, 21 is having E1. E1 is a lower byte number, and 42 is a higher byte number. And so also you can see here what we have, 5C is our lower byte number and 25 is our higher byte number. We have 216 bits number which we need to add it, right? And the results will be stored in where? 42, 41 and 40 there, right? We'll execute this one. First move A comma 41H. What we have it in 41H? We have E1, right? Right. So that the accumulator is having a content of E1 there. Move B comma 31H. What you have it in 31H? You have 5C there, right? So that B register is having a value of 5C. Now add A comma of B, and also you can see here the carry, any carry. We're not using add C instruction since anyhow we're not including that one, right? If you're including, like because of some reason if the carry bit was set, make sure that if you're using add C instruction, make sure that you first clear the carry bit, and after that you can use the add C for adding the lower byte numbers, right? Add A comma B. So that add A comma B. The addition of A, the whatever the content we have it, right? After addition, what is the content which is stored in accumulator? Accumulator is having 3D here, right? That is the resultant of adding the lower byte number, right? and that result I will move in where 42H. As you can see now in 42H, you can see here the 42H is having 3D now, right? You can go here. Since we have you can see in 42 what we have, this is 40, 41 and 42, and 42 is having the value of 3D now. You can see it here. What we have is 3D here. You can, this is 38, 39, this is 3A, 3B, C, D, E, F here what we have. After that 40, 41 and 42. So that the 42 memory location is having the content 3D, right? Next what we have. Now I'll read the higher byte numbers. So that A is having 42 now. The again in B register I will read the higher byte number so that it is having 25. Now I'll make sure if there is an, you can see here the carry bit is set to 1 here. That's the reason I need to use the add C instruction, right? For lower byte we can use add instruction, but for subsequent higher byte addition, right, for multi-byte addition, to make sure that you use the add C instructions there, right? So that add C A comma of B now. So that what we'll have now, what is the result? We have it in accumulator. Accumulator is having a value of 68, right? And you can see that now there is no carry which is generated, right? Now this, the addition of these two higher byte numbers with carry, that result what we have, which is 68 in accumulator, that I will move into 41 memory location. I can see here 41 is having now 68 here. So that you can see in memory location 48 we have 68, right? Now I'll clear accumulator. The content of accumulator is made 0, right? Now the accumulator content is 0. RLC I will do like if there is any carry, but we can see that since it is, there is no carry, if I use the RLC A instruction also, the value in accumulator still remains the same, right? So that accumulator is still having 0, 0, and that content I will move into 40H. Since there is no carry, we don't have any data here in the 40H. It will be 0, 0, right? So that what we have, if we go here, what we have after this instruction, you can see here, it is 0, 0 there, right? Again, SJMP here, again you can start with it. You can take any values and do it, right? Now here what I do is, again I will take two different values. What we'll do is we'll take FF now. FF I have one 16-bit number which is equal to FFH here, and the other 16-bit number is also FFH. So this number is also FF. Now we saw that one, when we add these two 16-bit numbers, which is equal to FF plus FF. So what is the result we have it, right? For this one, right? Everyone knows that what is the result we got, right? You can see that you can just validate the result what we got it there. Now what we have, 21H is having FF now, right? And 31H is also having FF there, right? Again, this add this content, what we get, FE here, right? You might have seen that what the result what we had is 1 FE what we had. So that the lower byte numbers, when we add it, FF plus FF, what we get is FE, and the carry bit is also set to 1 here, right? And that result I will move into where, 42H. So that 42H memory location is having FE now. You can see here it is having FE. Similarly, again I will read the higher byte numbers. Again, higher byte numbers are also FF, right? In 30H also we have FF there, right? Now I'll perform the addition with carry, right? FF plus 1, which is our carry bit, right? So that what is the result we have? Accumulate after addition of that two numbers we have, it is equal to FF, and also the carry bit is set to 1 here, right? Now here the higher byte addition result what we had, that I will, the content we had it in accumulator, that I will move into 41H. So that you can see in 41H we what we have now, FF. And next instruction to be executed is clear A. Now run this instruction, what we have, clear A, so that the content is now 0, 0. Now what I do, RLC A, right? Rotate the content of accumulator left with carry. The content of accumulator and also the carry bit is rotated left by 1 position. So that what we have, carry bit is 1 here. Now this carry bit will become what now? B0. It will become the B0 bit, the least significant bit. What we have, B0 bit will be set to 1, right? And the MSB will become the carry bit, right? So that when I execute this one, the carry is set to 0. And what we have it in accumulator, we have 0, 1 there. So that 1 means what we have, 0, 0, 0, 1. The B0 bit is set to 1 there. Now this I will, the whatever, if any carry what we have, that I will move into 40H. So that what we have now, 40H is having 0, 1. So that what is the result of adding two 16-bit numbers? Which are the two 16-bit numbers we took here? FF, FF, right? Plus the other 16-bit number is also FF, FF. The addition of that, the resultant of that is what we have, 1 FF, FE, right? We got this result here. This is addition of 16-bit numbers, right? The same, this could be used for performing the subtraction of 16-bit numbers also, right? What is the subtraction of 16-bit numbers here, right? Everyone can verify this using your calculator, right? You get the right answers there, right? Now to perform the subtraction of 16-bit numbers, what we do here is the same set of instruction. Instead of this one, what we have is, I will use sub instruction. To perform 16-bit subtraction, what I do is the same program I'll modify sub B, right? Here also what I do is sub B. And also you can see the first what we are doing is the subtraction lower byte numbers, right? Since there is no carry, like if there is any carry, since we don't have sub instruction, we have sub instruction with borrow, right? In addition, we have addition instruction and also we have addition with carry instruction. But in subtraction, we have only subtraction with borrow instruction. So that what I do here is clear C, what I do it. So that since it is lower byte I'm subtracting the lower byte, I make sure that the carry bit is set to 0. So that when I perform sub B, A comma B, I'm making sure that the carry bit is not used while performing the subtraction of the lower byte number there, right? The same program could be used to perform subtraction by replacing the addition instructions with subtraction instruction there, right? Sub A comma of B, right? Now, and if there is any borrow also, we can move it into 40A there. Now, how you do this one now, right? Since we made the changes, run this program again. Now go to this one first, which is a 16-bit number. I will store it in 20 and 21H. The first number what we have is 0, 5 here. The second 8-bit number what we have is 9F, right? So this is a 16-bit number 0, 5, 9F. And the second 16-bit number I will store it in 30 and 31H. The higher byte is stored in 30H, which is here we have 0, 2, right? And the lower byte number what we have is B8, right? Now we'll perform the subtraction of these two numbers here, right? We have seen these two examples also, right? What is the result we get? 0 to EF. After performing the subtraction of these two numbers, right? We got the result as 0 to EF. move A comma 21H. 21H is having what value now? 9F, that is copied to accumulator, and 31H is copied to the register B here. And you can see here what we have it here. We have it as B8 there, right? 31 memory location is having B8, that is copied to the B register. Now I make sure that the carry bit is set to is 0. Anyway, it is carry, but I will make sure that since we're using sub B instruction there, sub A comma of B, so that what is the subtraction of these two numbers we have? You get it as EF, that the lower byte of subtracting 9F minus B8, what we get is here EF. And also you can see because of this subtraction, the carry bit is set to 1. And that's subtracted result is stored in accumulator, and that accumulator content I will move into 42 memory location. Right? Move A comma 20H now. Right? Now I'll read the higher byte number which is stored in 20H. Right? What we have there 05, and the higher byte number of the next number, like what we have it, that we move into B. Now we'll perform the subtraction of the contents of A with the contents of B, and the result will be stored in accumulator there. And also you can see here the carry bit is also set to 1, right? A minus of B minus of C now, the C bit also, and the result will be stored in accumulator. Right? Subtract this one, so that what we have 0, 2, you get it as 0, 2, and the carry bit is set to 0 here, right? There is no carry bit here. Now the resultant of the subtraction of the higher byte number, I'll move into 41H, clear A, right? I will include the borrow if there is any borrow because of the higher byte subtraction, right? Accumulator, move 40H comma A, and since there is no borrow, accumulate the 40H will have 0 there. So that what is the result we have? 0 to EF. The subtraction of 059F minus 0 to B8, what is the result we get? 0 to EFH there, right? This is how you perform the 16-bit subtraction, right?